I just recognize good people disagree on this. The 144,000 sealed by God from 12 tribes of Israel. I don't understand this to refer to the Jews. I understand this to refer to the church. So I understand this to refer to the people of God. Why do I think that? Well, first, I think numbers are symbolic. 12 times 12 times 1,000. That's a symbolic number. Second, the church is the new Israel. The Jews are the synagogue of Satan. He says that twice. Third, this list is unlike any other list. The tribe of Dan is omitted. The tribe of Joseph is named twice. Fourth, the 10 tribes by now are lost forever. Nobody knows what tribes they are. You could say, well, the tribes are known to God. But then what does it really mean to say there's 144,000 literally unless God gives a special revelation of which tribe they're in? But furthermore, all the Jews have intermarried so much they've lost their tribal structure, right? They've lost their tribal structure entirely. I don't even know what that would mean. Fifth, the writing on their foreheads is symbolic. It's not a literal writing on their foreheads. The writing on the forehead signifies that they belong to God. They're purchased from men as first fruits to God and to the Lamb. They're not defiled with women because they're virgins. I just want to say, hello, that's symbolic. Because having sex with women doesn't defile you if you're married. And he says they're not defiled with women because they're virgins. He doesn't say they're good husbands and wives. They're virgins. But he means they're spiritual virgins. He's picking up on the Old Testament, isn't he? In the Old Testament, Israel is engaged only to God, right? So the language is symbolic. The 144,000, they belong entirely to God. No lie is found in their mouth. They are blameless. So that's how I take this passage. My argument is the 144,000, that's you and me. It's all Christians. That's our story. That's not about somebody else in the future. That's not about the Jehovah's Witnesses, all the different views that are out there. Of course, I could be wrong, but here's something I want to say. I saw an angel, and the angel cried out. And he says, I heard the number of those who were sealed. I was told about the lion. I heard the number of those who were sealed. But when I looked, I saw an uncountable multitude. I heard about a lion, and I saw a lamb. I heard 144,000. I saw an uncountable multitude. It's the same group, I argue. It's the same group. Who can, so I think this is a gospel message. Who is able to stand when God's wrath comes on the last day? Those who are sealed. That's who. Those who are sealed. They're the ones who can stand. Who's going to withstand God's wrath? So my argument is this is a great passage to preach today. Those who are going to stand are those who are sealed. Actually, 144,000 is a symbolic number. It's an uncountable number. And they are praising God. They're praising God and they're praising Him. They came out of the Great Tribulation. I believe the Great Tribulation is the whole time from the resurrection to the second coming. Okay? So that's every Christian is in the Great Tribulation. The tribulation is this present evil age, I would argue. They washed their robes and made them white in the blood of the Lamb. For this reason, they're in heaven, right? They're before the throne of God. And they serve Him day and night in His temple. There is no temple there. It's symbolic of His presence. The one seated on the throne will shelter them. They will no longer hunger. They will no longer thirst. That's heaven, right? The sun will no longer strike them, nor will any scorching heat. For the Lamb who is at the center of the throne will shepherd them. He will guide them to the springs of the waters of life, and God will wipe every tear from their eye. Well, where is that in Revelation? It's in the new creation, right? He will wipe every tear from their eyes. That's the new creation. So what's he saying in these chapters? Christian, how do you escape the wrath of God? Radical new idea. If you're sealed through the cross, but you're going to suffer. And some of you are going to die. But at the end, you'll be in the new creation. Not so unusual. Not such a shocking message. My argument is Revelation is not so different from what we read in the rest of the New Testament. It's clothed in different imagery, but saying basically the same things.